Hey everyone, it's Amy Sherman and
John Gonzalez.
There you are from MLive's Michigan's Best, and we are thrilled to be with you today as we have a very big announcement coming up, right, John?
Oh, we do. It's time to make that big announcement for our Michigan's Best donut winners. I'm surprised you don't have a donut with you in your hand, Amy.
No, I don't need one right now. Yeah, we ate a lot of donuts over the last couple weeks after getting over 200 nominations for incredible bakeries all over the state. Then we put our nominees into some regional polls, narrowed it down, and then John and I traveled around the entire state of Michigan and visiting over 30 places. Right, Gons?
That's right. We had about 30 places on the list, all over from the Upper Peninsula to the Lower Peninsula, West Side, Southwest, Detroit. It was a fun trip to be on the road. It
sure was, and I know that we came away with a lot of different things that offer all sorts of old favorites that we've gone to many times in the past. But I think one of the things we want to say to everybody out there is thank you for supporting your community bakeries, because we heard time and time again that as difficult as the pandemic has been for a lot of these places, the community support has been absolutely overwhelming. And I know from the bottom of each of our bakeries' hearts, they want to thank their communities for the support they've given them over the last few months.
Yeah, it was great to see that community outpour of just love, compassion, everyone going through it together, right? As has been said before, but it was fun to see that firsthand.
It sure was. So we have our top 10. We also have a few special awards that we're giving out this time. We always like to throw a few of those in there for some extra special places. And then we have a surprise reveal with our winners. So you definitely want to stay tuned for that one. That'll be coming up in a little bit. But let's get started with our special awards, John. Does that sound good?
Sounds great, Amy.
Okay, the first one I want to get to is one that's super important to both of us. And we are calling this the Doughnut Emeritus Award, meaning this is the place as the end-all be-all. They will always be #1 in our hearts. And we have to give them a special shout out, right, John?
That's right. I think I said something to you like, it's my favorite of all time. It will never change.
It will never change. And so therefore, we award the Doughnut Emeritus Award to Hinkley Bakery in Jackson. They were your pick before #1, and they remain #1 in our hearts. Their donuts are absolutely incredible. We can't say enough about them. Those chocolate crescents, the carrot cake crescents, and they're still using the original oven that's well over 100 years old. It's just a fantastic spot in beautiful Jackson.
Yeah, so congratulations to Brian and Connie Hinkley there at Hinkley Bakery in Jackson, Michigan. Emeritus.
Emeritus.
Yes.
We salute you, Jackson. We love you. Okay, then let's get to one that was a really awesome, fun surprise for us to get to know this person's story. And this is we're giving him the Young Entrepreneur Award for a really interesting business concept that he came up with while he was at Central Michigan University. Say,
fire
John?
up, fire up.
There you go. So tell us a little bit more about what he's got going on Central Michigan's campus.
Yeah, he's originally from Novi, Michigan. Casey Crowd, a student there a few years ago, got together with some roommates and friends, started coming up with a way to create these donut holes that he could pre-package, freeze them, good quality donut, and then put them in, in your commons area. So on campus, you could grab and go. And he wants to take this concept, across the country. I think it's pretty cool.
It is. It's super cool. And he is such a positive person. I mean, he's put so much time and effort into this, but he's just one of those kids who is he's ready to grab it. He's going to make it happen. So you're going to look out for him. And his business is called Ignite Donuts. You might be seeing him on college campuses all across America soon, right, John?
Or Shark Tank.
Yeah, Shark Tank. Congratulations to Ignite Donuts, winner of our Young Entrepreneur Award. Okay. We go to a lot of small towns across Michigan, and sometimes we find these just great little hidden gems. And we found one down in Union Pier this time that really struck us as a fantastic find. They're normally known for having lines all the way around the block to get their handmade, all from scratch donuts.
Yeah, I love this place. It's the Black Currant Bakehouse in Union Pier, Southwest Michigan, almost to the Indiana border there, or Illinois border, whatever border that is, Indiana, I think it is. And, it's one of those places where they don't make excuses for being fresh. I mean, they said no preservatives, right? I mean, they make the donuts, you eat them right there.
That's right. You don't wait. You don't keep them the next day. They don't keep them till the next day. I mean, most places don't. But I like these because they were all natural, no preservatives. And they're using a lot of actually like fresh fruits to make the glazes that they're getting from the nearby orchards. And they're using real whole cream and eggs. And so it just, their donuts were elevated to a different level. And when you pull into tiny little Union Pier, you would never think you'd find a world-class bakery like Black Currant. And they're also, they're both vegetarians. And so they really have a great offering of vegan options as well for people. So if that's something that you're looking for, check out Black Currant in Union Pier. They're our small town gem award winner.
Yeah, congratulations to Katie and Jesse out there. All right, so we went to, like you said, a lot of familiar places on this search, but we went to some new places as well. Now, the Newcomer Award goes to a pretty special spot.
Yes, this is Main Street Bakery located in Hopkins, Michigan, which is a little bit, it's like halfway between Kalamazoo and Grand Rapids, right off of 131. If you've driven down 131, you're in Hopkins. But when you pull into town, the Main Street Bakery is a new little joint, and it has really transformed the town. It's become a true community gathering place. Everybody who walks in knows everybody else, and you'll feel like you're just part of the crew within a few minutes. Yeah,
it's run by mom and son, Denise and Nick Price. And they've really, like you said, created a nice little community there. The staff was just wonderful, excited for us to be there. We got to have pizza next door, which is another story for another day. But it's just kind of this cool little hidden gem in small town America. We definitely encourage you to check out Main Street Bakery in Hopkins.
Yeah, really good donuts, really good donuts. Okay, and our last special award is one that we're giving out to our friends in East Lansing at Groovy Donuts. And we're giving them the most inclusive award because they are one of the only bakeries we found that had both vegan and gluten-free donuts. So if you are under any kind of dietary restrictions, Groovy Donuts is the place you want to go. But even if you're not, the rest of their donuts are absolutely incredible, and they have a huge variety of them to choose from, including lots and lots of green and white ones on game day.
Yeah, Andrew and Monica are doing a great job there. But also, if you want to go, like right now this weekend for Halloween weekend, they're doing like every single spooky donut imaginable. So you can go there this weekend for that. But they go through the seasons, right? You're going to give them their Christmas time, Thanksgiving, and of course, like you said, the Big Ten football season.
Yeah, and they're just such nice people there. So give them you can check them out there in Williamston and in East Lansing. It's Groovy Donuts doing an awesome job over there in the center part of the state. All right, we decided to give you guys a baker's dozen of winners here, because why not? Because we've eaten a lot of donuts. And we came across so many standout ones. So let's run through this list, and then we can get to our surprise reveal of number one.
All right, Amy, coming in at number 13 in our Baker's Dozen, MLive's Michigan's Best Donut is...
Foundry Bakehouse in Albion. This is kind of a newcomer to the scene. The Dobbins family has renovated a historical building right downtown Albion, and they're committed to reinventing the downtown area of Albion, and they're doing it with this bakery to start. It is, again, another great community gathering place, but these donuts were stellar. Their blueberry sour cream, super moist and delicious, and available year-round, which I appreciate. And you had that one that was stuffed with whipped cream, and it was like so full of whipped cream.
It was oozing all over the place, got on everywhere. But you know what? I love this place. You did a great article on them. Their bakery is a love letter to Albion, and I thought that was a great headline and a great story. So get a chance to read that, folks. Do that, because it says kind of captures what this bakery is all about.
That's right. Number 13, Foundry Bakehouse in Albion. All right, number 12.
Yeah, number 12 is in kind of my old neck of the woods in the Thumb area. It is the North Branch Bakery in North Branch, Michigan. Where is North Branch? Well, it's
show us on your hand.
It's like right here. It's a great little town, but like we found, these little towns have thriving bakeries, and North Branch Bakery is one of them.
Yeah, so busy. They were very busy. Sandy's the owner there, and I mean, she is doing serious volume out of a little teeny tiny kitchen, right in the back kitchen, and literally they have to move racks just to get to the fryer, and then to get to the oven, and then to get over here, and it's just incredible. And she's also really well known for her sugar cookies, and she makes hundreds of those every day, and also does sugar cookie kits, which is kind of fun. So check them out, North Branch Bakery in North Branch.
North Branch. All right, coming in at number 11.
I love that place. DJ's in Ann Arbor. This is owned by the Yam family. Kim is the owner who we met. And when I said, "Did you say yam?" She goes, "Yeah, I'm a sweet potato."
She did.
so sweet and bubbly and so much fun. But those donuts, she makes a special kind of Holland cream, which is the kind of whipped filling that you get into a donut. But hers is ethereal and so light, fluffy. It's almost reminiscent of a marshmallow filling. And it was absolutely incredible. And we didn't have anything like that anywhere else. And so that really put them on the list for me.
And you know what pushed them over the edge for me, right, Amy?
Yes, I do. I just wrote about it. I'm like, it's so incredible.
Yeah, they make a pretzel there that it may be Michigan's best pretzel, right? It's that good. But they also make a little special sandwich, too.
It's a ham and cheese breakfast sandwich, and it's on a pretzel bun. It's oozing cheese. It's all golden, burnished brown. And then it has thin slices of salty ham in it. It comes piping hot, so you can grab and go. A delicious breakfast in Ann Arbor at DJ's. Go check it out.
Dozen donuts, pretzels. You're good to go for the rest of the day. All right, let's get to number 10, all the way in Norton Shores. It is?
Goober's Bakery. And we've a lot of time before. Kevin Simons is the owner. He's had it for about 7 years now. He's doing a bang-up job. He usually has about 75 different kinds of donuts every single day. He'll fry multiple times during the day to keep his case full. He recently underwent an expansion, and he also added 174 craft sodas for you to try.
Yeah, he's going to be expanding to a new location as well. But here's the thing I love about Kevin. He brought out, I went back and looked, Amy, 49 donuts for us to sample.
And we did. Standout from Goober's is their half and half donut, which is frosted with half peanut butter icing and half chocolate icing, and it's a really great donut. It's one of their best sellers. We recommend you try that one from Goober's in Norton Shores.
Norton Shores. All right, coming in at number 9, all the way in the Upper Peninsula, it is...
It's Huron Mountain Bakery, another top 10 favorite from our search for Michigan's best bakery. We love everything that they're doing there. They've got a great assortment of donuts, and they're all pretty classic. As head baker, cake baker Joey Black told us, that if it isn't broke, don't fry it. So they keep it classic, but so solidly well done. It's an awesome bakery up there in Marquette.
Now, one of my favorites was the chocolate angel they do there. Do you remember a little more about that one, Amy?
That one I do. They had a cream filling, right? Cream filling,
yeah. That was just. I was looking through my notes, going like, "Why do I have this like circled and underlined a million times?" Probably because I love that one too.
Well, I like that you called me out on "Do I Remember?" because that was our very first stop of the entire search, which was like 4 weeks ago. So, dang, I still got it.
You got it. All right, coming in at number 8, we're going to go to Flint, Michigan for this one.
Yeah, BJ's Donut Shop, which is located inside of a Subway. And I mean a Subway sandwich shop. It's a great story, and it's even better donuts. These are some beauties. I mean, they come out and they're just super tall, so light, so fluffy. They make everything homemade there. It's a really friendly place. I mean, it's where you can try some of Flint's favorites, like a Moon Rock.
Moon Rocks, yeah.
You can pretty much go in there and just make up whatever name you want for a fritter, and Ravi will give it to you because he knows it means fritter. It could be a moon rock, it could be monkey brains. People in Flint just call them whatever they want.
Right. But I love that. It was so busy that morning we stopped in. You know, the sun hadn't come up yet, right? And people are ordering Subway. They're in line for their donuts. The crew back there is working quickly. And it was just a great environment. But you're right. The donuts were so, so good. Speaking of great donuts, Amy.
We're on number 7.
Number 7. This place, I know this place really, you really were excited about this place.
Oh, I thought their donuts were absolutely delicious. But when we walked in, we were so surprised. We got there later in the day, like maybe around 1 or 2. And they obviously had been decimated pretty much. So they had saved us some donuts. But there are people still just in and out and in and out. And people were telling us they'd come from California. They had driven from downriver. They had done all this stuff to get these donuts because they love them so much. So to see that kind of passion was fun. And then we got to meet Coy, who owns it. And he's a former factory worker who decided he wanted to do something different, took a chance and bought this established AVON Donuts I think it was about 7 years ago, and has never looked back. He loves what he does, and he's doing a great job of it.
All right, number 7, AVON Donuts in Pontiac, Michigan, in our top 10 or top 13 for Michigan's best donut. All right.
This doesn't.
Okay, all right. Number 6. Now, this of course is a classic for all of Michigan.
Oh yeah, I think if you don't know this place, then you live under a rock. So come out to Kalamazoo and visit Sweetwater's Donut Mill. Totally famous and totally worth it. They're open 24 hours a day, so you can get donuts anytime you want. They have, gosh, I don't even remember how many varieties. I want to say 60 or something like 70. It's crazy. And one thing that stood out to me is when we were sitting there, she's going through the donuts. Oh, we've got this many kind of fritters, this many kind of this. And in the fall, they do like up to 5 kinds of pumpkin flavored donuts. It's how do you choose when you're there? It's crazy.
She was bringing out so many different donuts. We kind of lost track of it. She would have like a Guinness inspired donut. They're known for their Oberon inspired donuts. They're always creating new flavors, but I love the thing about them that is most impressive is the size of those fritters and those cinnamon rolls. I mean, they literally are bigger than both of our heads combined. I mean, it's just a huge donut.
They're huge, but it's such a fun place, and it's definitely classic Kalamazoo. You have to stop. It's a must stop if you're in town. And they now have a couple other locations, 2 in Kalamazoo, 1 in Battle Creek, and I think 1 in Plainwell as well.
That's right. So congratulations to the Garner family, 3rd generation owners. All right, coming in at number 5, we're going back to Metro Detroit. What do we have, Amy?
We've got Willie's Donut Shop, and this one you really, really loved.
Yeah, Willie's to me, so the owners there, Lori and Perry, they have a huge baking background, right? Between the two of them combined, we're talking close to 45 years of baking experience. And they had a great variety, not just of like your cake donuts, but the pastry donuts. That cannoli donut was one I'll never forget. I mean, it's oozing. Oozing with cream and powdered sugar on top. I'm like, I want this every day of my life.
Yeah, I thought that one was really delicious. I did like that one a lot. I thought that was great. And I like their story. Lori and Perry met when they were working at another pastry shop and ended up getting married. And then they opened their own place. And they found Willie's on Craigslist, which I think is awesome. All right, number 4. This was another hidden gem that will be on our regular rotation from now on. It's Max Meats and Country Roads Bakery in Rothbury, which is a little bit north of Muskegon. And this was a gem of a find.
Yeah, you should just tell people how we discovered this place. Just go ahead and say it.
What, my brother?
Your brother was doing research for us.
He was doing research. So they got nominated. And my brother was up that way. And he went in there to check it out. And he started sending me pictures. And he's like, this place is incredible. You got to put it on your list. I'm like, well, I don't know. You're my brother. But he totally nailed it. And these donuts were, I mean, they were huge. Everything's homemade. They're so fresh. They're delicious. The custard long john, I'm talking like, I can't even show you on this camera. It's like a foot long, like as long as my arm. And the fritter is humongous. They have a beautiful blueberry fritter, just really well-made pastries. And they're a meat market. So they actually have 32 kinds of brats you can get there. And they started the bakery in order to make buns that fit their brats correctly. And then from there they expanded. So it's a really great story, fun place to visit. Definitely small town charm there. Max Meats and Country Roads Bakery in Rothbury. I gotta get it all out.
Great pick, and thank you, bro, for that suggestion. All right, number 3, we are going to go to Hudsonville, Michigan.
Yeah, well, actually, the whole Grand Rapids area, because this is a locally owned donut shop that's rapidly expanding. It's called Sprinkles Donut Shop, and they now have, I think, 4 locations around the Grand Rapids area. These guys are doing some incredible donut work, huge volume. Like up to 10,000 donuts a day, but they still hand cut everything. They mix all their icings, they mix their fillings. They're doing all of that on their own. And it's really good stuff. I like what they've got over there.
Yeah, what I loved about it, they're doing mass volume of donuts, but they're paying attention to detail. They're doing it all by hand still. We were back in the kitchen watching them work. You can tell they care passionately about what they do. And it's got to be tough to do quality at various locations. You're there making all the donuts and then shipping them out. So I give them credit for that.
Yeah, and all the girls in the back look like they were having a great time too. So that always, I give extra points for that. All
right, now number 2, which I think we discussed this quite a bit about. They're right up there. Amy.
Absolutely, we visited them for Best Bakery. You've been there before as well, and they have, I'll say, the best peanut butter and jelly donut in the state of Michigan. It's Buttercrust Bakery in Bridgeport.
Yeah, like you said, we have been there before for Best Bakery and Best Donut first go around. Greg and his wife Sherry there and the whole crew. It's amazing that what comes out of that kitchen, because it's really not, I mean, it's a good size, but that storefront's small. It's a busy business, but they're doing cakes, pastries, donuts, yeast trays, everything they're doing, and they're doing them well.
Yep, it's a full-service bakery, so you can get anything you need there. But it's a really fun spot. Bridgeport, Greg is doing a good job. We love it. Try the PB&J donut. He'll get mad at me for recommending it again, but there you go. All right, that's the startup. That's our top 12. We've got one more, and we're ready to surprise our winner now. We want to say a very special thank you to our Michigan's Best Donut search sponsor, Michigan Sugar, makers of Pioneer Sugar. They were sweet enough to sponsor us, and we thank them for their support of Michigan's Best. All right, John, we've got Jeff Meyers with us, who has owned a fabulous bakery for 27 years in little old Lake Odessa. Jeff, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. Well, we really wanted to talk to you about your bakery and what you have going on, but John wanted to tell you something first.
Before we get started, I want to tell you, you're the winner.
Oh my God.
Michigan's Best Donut
That's crazy.
is in Lake Odessa, Michigan.
That's awesome.
Surprise.
Yeah, I'm going to start clearing up. It's cool.
Well, you've earned it. You have been in this business for a really long time, and we were so impressed with your donuts. We can't say congratulations enough.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. So,
what's going through your head right now?
A lot of stuff. It's just I'm overwhelmed. I can't even tell you how it's been a lot of hard work.
Well, we know your story. You know, you took a leap of faith to take over this bakery that was going to close. You started working there as just to work there because you love the bakery and you love the business and you love people, and you made that place work.
I did. I really did. I put in a lot of time that I wasn't sure if we were going to make it or not, but I stuck to it. So.
You did, one donut at a time, and I know that you did go through some hard times, and this year hasn't been any easier in a lot of ways. All your homemade donuts, all your homemade fillings, everything was just a step above and beyond, and it was just absolutely incredible.
What was that last? I got a bunch of customers in here.
Why don't you tell them? Tell the customers that you just won Michigan's Best. No, don't tell them.
No, it's a surprise.
It's a surprise. Oh.
Well, we are really happy for you. Some of the standouts for us, I know for me, was the cappuccino cream donut, because your filling was so incredibly light, so fluffy, and so different.
Oh. He's glitching, or she's glitching. Somebody's glitching there, but I'll tell you what, Jeff. Yeah. I loved we talked a little bit about this yesterday when I was kind of setting up this roost here. I loved your fritters. Your apple fritters are still amazing to me.
I still have people come in constantly all over the state and tell me that I have the best apple fritter, and they always ask me why, and I'm just like, I just do what I do. I don't have any really reason why it's the best one, but other than I put a lot of heart and soul into it.
Well, and Jeff, you're one of the bakery owners. You are there every single day. You are hand cutting every donut and frying them. I know you recently upgraded to 2 fryers from 1.
I did.
Being a baker is not easy, and to do it for 27 years, that's pretty cool.
Actually, I've been up since 8 o'clock yesterday morning, so I had a 2-hour nap this morning, but that was about it. So.
Can you give folks, Jeff, a sense, because you're there in Lake Odessa, Michigan, which is kind of in the middle of nowhere, between Grand Rapids and Lansing. Yep. They'll be showing up to your place. What can they expect when they walk in the door?
Usually greeted with a "How you doing today?" or something like that, and we just we try to keep the case full at all times, and they can have a coffee, they can have a large. I mean, I do a pretty good selection of donuts, and I can turn around here a little bit. I'm kind of in the case here. Anyway, we've had a pretty good day today, so it's Wednesdays is always a bit, because I started closing on Tuesdays, and so when we open bright and early on Wednesday morning, it's usually greeted with a line of people ready to come in. So, but yeah, it's been a crazy ride.
Well, it might get a little bit crazier, so we apologize. No, we don't apologize at all, because you've certainly earned Michigan's Best Donut there at Meyers Hometown Bakery in Lake Odessa. Jeff Meyer, we're so proud of you and so happy for you.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I had no idea when you said. I just figured we were going to talk about sugar.
Pioneer sugar, that is.
Which I use a lot of Pioneer sugar. I use probably 500 pounds a week. So
we'll be happy to hear that. Oh my gosh. Well, if you guys want to learn more about Michigan's best donut and read our Baker's Dozen winners list, as well as our special awards and the upcoming Best of the Rest that's coming out, you definitely want to head to MLive.com.